Imagine being 60 and still feeling as strong as you were at 30. Did you know muscle loss isn't just an old age problem? It actually starts in our 30s, and if we don't act, we can lose up to 30% of our muscle over a lifetime. Welcome to today's video, where we'll reveal 10 powerhouse foods you should eat in your 20s and beyond to prevent muscle weakness and loss. And stick around till the very end for a surprise bonus food that might just shock you. Whether you're 25 or 55, muscle health matters. Strong muscles aren't just for bodybuilders. They're key for everyday strength, mobility, and healthy aging. Today we're talking sarcopenia, the age-related muscle loss that can sneak up on all of us. But don't worry, we can fight it early. Hit that like button if you want to have rock-solid strength at 60. Sarcopenia is the medical term for age-related muscle loss. Starting around age 30, we can lose about 3 to 5% of our muscle mass per decade if we're inactive. Less muscle means more weakness, lower metabolism, and a higher risk of falls or injuries later. The good news, it's never too early to prevent it. Experts say exercise, especially strength training and nutrition, are our best weapons. In fact, protein is the king of muscle food, and the right foods can make a huge difference in keeping your muscles healthy for life. So, let's dive into the top 10 foods you need for strong muscles, starting now. First up, eggs. These little orbs are basically nature's protein bars. Eggs are one of the best sources of high-quality protein, packed with all the essential amino acids your muscles crave. In fact, one large egg provides about 6 grams of protein, including 0.6 grams of leucine. It is the key amino acid that flips the switch on muscle building in your body. According to research, getting enough leucine is crucial to prevent muscle wasting as we age, and eggs are an excellent way to get it. One scientific study even found that eating whole eggs after a workout stimulated 40% more muscle growth than eating just egg whites. The yolk carries important nutrients like vitamin D and healthy fats that help your body use that protein better. This study suggests that eating protein in its natural food matrix is more beneficial to our muscles, says Dr. Nicholas Bird, who led the research. So don't toss the yolk, that's the muscle gold. How to enjoy eggs? Try a veggie-packed omelette, throw in some spinach for extra nutrients, or a couple of boiled eggs as an on-the-go snack. They're budget-friendly and super versatile. Breakfast burritos, egg salad, you name it. By including eggs in your routine, you're giving your muscles a perfect boost of protein and leucine to stay strong. That's one food down and 9 more to go. We've got a bunch of tasty options coming, from hearty meats to vegan powerhouses. Ready to level up your grocery game? Let's keep moving. You've probably heard every fitness guru ever say, eat your chicken breast. Well, they're not wrong. Lean poultry like chicken or turkey is a muscle-building staple because it's loaded with high-quality protein without a lot of fat. A typical 100-gram serving of chicken breast has about 31 grams of protein. That's more than half the daily protein need for many folks in just one serving. As the Times of India notes, protein is crucial for muscle repair and growth, acting as the building blocks for muscle tissue. Chicken is also rich in nutrients like B vitamins, important for energy production, and minerals like phosphorus and potassium that help your muscles function. The best part? It's super low in fat. A 100-gram serving has barely 3.6 grams of fat, making it a clean protein source to build lean muscle without extra calories. No wonder athletes love it for getting strong and staying lean. Now, eating plain chicken every day can get boring. Chicken and broccoli fatigue is real, so mix it up with delicious recipes. Grill or bake chicken breasts with herbs, toss them on whole grain toast for a protein-packed sandwich, or stir-fry with veggies and garlic for a quick dinner. By regularly including lean chicken, you give your muscles the amino acids they need to repair and grow after workouts. It's basically muscle fuel on a plate. We've covered eggs and chicken too, protein champs. But maybe you're thinking, what about seafood or plant foods? Don't worry, they're coming up. Next on our list is a tasty fish that's basically a muscle's best friend. Salmon is swimming with benefits for your muscles. This fatty fish is a fantastic source of protein and comes packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which do wonders for muscle health. A standard salmon fillet, around 3 to 4 ounces, gives you roughly 20 plus grams of protein, along with a huge dose of omega-3. Why does that matter? Well, omega-3s are powerful anti-inflammatories. Sports nutritionist Angie Ash explains that fatty fish like salmon are full of omega-3, which can help reduce inflammation when strength training. Less inflammation means faster recovery and less muscle breakdown. Plus, omega-3 may even directly signal muscle growth in the body. Not only that, salmon is one of the few foods naturally high in vitamin D, providing a good chunk of your daily needs. Vitamin D is crucial for muscle function, and strength-low D levels are linked to weaker muscles and greater risk of falls. So by eating salmon, you're stocking up on a nutrient that keeps your muscle fibers firing. And did I mention salmon also brings along B vitamins and selenium? It's a true superfood for strength. How to get more salmon? Try a yummy grilled salmon steak with a squeeze of lemon. Bake it in foil with your favorite seasonings, or even use canned salmon to make salmon patties or mix into salads. Aim for fatty fish like salmon at least twice a week. Your muscles and heart will thank you. Studies show that no matter what your age, adding omega-3 rich seafood to your diet can actually increase muscle growth and strength gains from exercise. How awesome is that? So reel in some salmon for those gains. Quick check-in. Are you finding these tips useful? If so, smash that subscribe button for more weekly health and nutrition content. We've got plenty more foods to cover, including vegetarian options. Let's keep building that grocery list for muscle. Next up is one of my personal favorites for a post-gym snack. Greek yogurt is a muscle-loving all-star. Why Greek specifically? Because it's strained, so it contains more protein and less sugar than regular yogurt, the perfect combo for fueling muscle growth without extra fluff. A 1-cup serving of plain Greek yogurt can pack around 15 to 20 grams of protein, including a mix of fast-digesting whey and slow-digesting casein proteins. This means it gives your muscles an immediate protein hit and a sustained release over hours, great for recovery and keeping you full. Even pro athletes swear by it. Bodybuilder and dietitian Holly Baxter says Greek yogurt is a really wholesome food, rich in calcium, vitamin D, and protein. And you're getting benefits from gut-friendly bacteria, that is, probiotics. Calcium and vitamin D are important for muscle contractions and strength, and the probiotics help your gut absorb nutrients better. A healthy gut means better overall nutrition absorption. It's literally win-win-win for your muscles. Quick serving ideas have Greek yogurt as a post-workout snack. Add some fruit and a drizzle of honey, and you've got a tasty muscle repair parfait. Or blend it into a smoothie with banana and spinach, sneak those greens in. You can even use Greek yogurt as a protein-rich substitute in recipes like mixing it into oatmeal or using it in place of sour cream. Because it's high in leucine and essential amino acids, dairy protein like yogurt has been shown to be especially effective at promoting muscle gains in older adults. So imagine what it can do when you start young. Time to make this creamy delight your muscle's best friend. You don't need meat to keep your muscles strong. Beans, lentils, and legumes are awesome plant-based sources of protein that also bring a bonus fiber and tons of micronutrients. Take lentils. For example, just 1 cup of cooked lentils has about 18 grams of protein and a whopping 15.6 grams of fiber. It helps keep you full and your blood sugar stable, so your body can focus on building muscle rather than storing fat. It also supports a healthy gut, which indirectly helps muscle by improving nutrient absorption. Legumes are packed with iron, magnesium, potassium, and folate, all crucial for muscle function and recovery. Iron in beans helps deliver oxygen to your muscles, preventing fatigue, and magnesium helps with muscle contraction and protein synthesis. In fact, a cup of many beans can give a significant chunk of your daily magnesium. And get this, Research shows diets rich in fruits, veggies, and legumes are associated with a lower risk of sarcopenia in older adults. Basically, people who eat their beans and greens tend to keep more muscle as they age, so starting that habit in your 20s is a genius move. How to enjoy? There are so many ways to add beans and lentils. Make a hearty lentil soup or dal, toss chickpeas or black beans into salads and burrito bowls, or blend beans into a hummus or bean dip. Even swapping meat for beans in a chili or taco boosts the fiber and cuts unhealthy fats. One pro tip: combine beans with a whole grain like beans and brown rice or lentil pasta to get a complete protein profile with all essential amino acids. It's a myth that plant proteins can't build muscle. They totally can, especially when you eat a variety. In fact, many top nutritionists get a lot of their protein from beans and nuts and still hit their muscle goals. So don't underestimate these little legumes. They're muscle warriors in disguise. Sticking with plant power, let's talk tofu and its fermented cousin, tempeh. Made from soybeans, these are complete proteins, meaning they naturally contain all the essential amino acids your muscles need, just like meat does. Tempeh in particular is a favorite of sports dietitians. Angie Ash, RD, says tempeh is a great protein source for vegetarians and vegans who want to build muscle because it has more protein than other non-meat options, and it's higher in calories, so you don't have to eat as much of it. More protein plus more calories equals easier muscle gains, especially if you're trying to eat a surplus to bulk up. For reference, 100 grams of tempeh has around 19 to 20 grams of protein, while 100 grams of firm tofu has about 8 to 10 grams. Tempeh's denser and often comes with bits of grain or seed that bump up its nutrition. The amino acid leucine is abundant in soy protein too, which is great news for triggering muscle protein synthesis. And if you opt for tempeh, it's fermented, meaning it has probiotics similar to yogurt that aid digestion. Tofu, on the other hand, is very low in fat and takes on any flavor, making it super versatile. Both are excellent for muscle maintenance, especially if you prefer a plant-based diet or just want to mix up your protein sources. Remember, variety is key. Even omnivores will benefit from swapping in some soy for a change. Studies on older adults have found soy protein can help preserve muscle when part of a high-protein diet. Though it might be slightly less anabolic than whey or meat, it's still a powerful player in the muscle game. Meal ideas: cut extra firm tofu into cubes, marinate in soy sauce, ginger and garlic, then stir-fry with veggies for a quick muscle-building meal. Or crumble tofu to make a tofu scramble as a high-protein breakfast. Turmeric is your friend for eggy color. Tempeh can be sliced and baked or pan-fried. Try BBQ tempeh ribs or add crumbled tempeh into spaghetti sauce for a high-protein meatless pasta. The possibilities are endless. By including tofu and tempeh a couple of times a week, you're giving your muscles plant-based protein that's comparable to meat in quality. Even the International Society of Sports Nutrition acknowledges soy as one of the quality proteins for muscle, right alongside animal proteins. So embrace the soy, your muscles certainly will. Time for a crunchy suggestion: nuts! If you're looking for a muscle-friendly snack, you can't beat a handful of nuts like almonds or walnuts. They provide a good dose of protein, about 6 grams per ounce of almonds, but they also come loaded with healthy fats and crucial minerals. Angie Ash, our sports nutritionist friend, notes, nuts are a great snack when you're trying to build muscle because they're high in protein and calories. That calorie density can help you stay in an anabolic state where you consume more than you burn, without feeling like you have to stuff yourself. Ashi particularly recommends walnuts for their high omega-3 content and almonds for their magnesium. Magnesium is a superstar mineral for muscles. It's involved in over 300 bodily processes, including muscle contractions and protein synthesis. Almonds are rich in magnesium, about 18 to 20% of daily needs in 1 ounce, helping support muscle function and recovery. They're also high in vitamin E, an antioxidant that can reduce muscle damage from oxidative stress. Think of it as rust protection for your muscle cells after hard exercise. Walnuts, on the other hand, provide plant-based omega-3s, ALA, which fight inflammation similar to the omega-3s in fish. By eating a variety of nuts, you get the best of each: almonds for magnesium, cashews for zinc, and walnuts for omega-3s, as Ash points out. All those nutrients work together to keep your muscles and nerves firing on all cylinders. Simple ways to use nuts. Snack on a handful of almonds or trail mix in the afternoon for sustained energy and muscle fuel. Add chopped walnuts to your morning oatmeal or blend nut butter into smoothies for extra calories and protein. You can even crush nuts to use as a crust on baked chicken or fish. Talk about combining muscle foods. Just watch portion sizes. Nuts are calorie dense, so a small handful, about 1 ounce or 23 almonds, is usually a good serving. The great thing is, despite being high in calories, nuts don't tend to cause weight gain when eaten in moderation because they're so satisfying. They keep you full and provide steady energy, which can help you train harder and longer. So go nuts for nuts. Your muscles will get protein and a buffet of nutrients to grow and recover better. Meet quinoa, the ancient grain that's a modern muscle superstar. Quinoa is often called a pseudo-cereal. It's actually a seed, but we eat it like a grain, and it's special because it's one of the only grain foods that's a complete protein. Dr. Maya Vadivelu, a nutrition professor, puts it nicely. Eating quinoa is a nice way to increase plant-based protein and whole grains simultaneously. 1 cup of cooked quinoa has about 8 grams of protein and around 39 grams of healthy carbs to fuel your workouts. Those carbs are important. They're the primary fuel for your muscles and brain, giving you the energy to actually use those muscles you're building. The protein in quinoa comes with all essential aminos, which is pretty rare for a plant-based food. Plus, quinoa is rich in B vitamins like folate and B6 and minerals such as iron, zinc, and magnesium, supporting muscle metabolism and recovery. It also has fiber and antioxidants. Essentially, quinoa gives you a little bit of everything: protein for muscle, carbs for energy, fiber for health, and micronutrients for recovery. That makes it a fantastic staple if you want to age powerfully. By choosing a complex carb like quinoa over refined carbs, you keep your blood sugar steadier and your muscles well fed over time. This can help with maintaining muscle while possibly keeping fat gains in check. How to eat quinoa. Use it anywhere you'd use rice or pasta. Make a quinoa bowl with veggies and grilled chicken or tofu. You'll get protein from both the quinoa and the topping. It's awesome in salads. Try a cold quinoa salad with chopped cucumber, tomato, feta, and olive oil. You can even have it for breakfast as a warm porridge with cinnamon and nuts. Because quinoa is a whole grain, it digests slowly, giving you lasting energy for your workouts or daily activities. It's also naturally gluten-free, so just about everyone can enjoy it. By swapping more refined grains for quinoa, you're investing in muscle-friendly nutrition. As Dr. Vadivelu reminds us, protein isn't just from meat. Foods like quinoa, beans, nuts, and seeds all count towards your protein goals. Quinoa just happens to do double duty as a protein and carb source, which is why it definitely earns a spot in our top 10 muscle foods. For the meat lovers out there, lean red meat, like lean beef cuts, can be a powerful ally in preserving muscle as long as you choose the right cuts and portions. Lean beef, think sirloin, tenderloin, 90% lean ground beef and so on, is packed with protein. A 3-ounce serving of lean steak offers around 25 grams of protein, plus a dose of natural creatine and iron. Creatine is a compound in meat that boosts muscle energy and strength. In fact, studies show that people who get a bit more creatine, either from food or supplements, can gain more muscle and strength when they exercise. So, eating beef occasionally can top up your muscles' creatine stores, potentially giving you an extra edge in your workouts. Iron is another big win. Red meat is one of the best sources of iron, which is crucial to avoid fatigue. Holly Baxter, our dietitian and bodybuilder, says she's a fan of steak in her diet since it's a rich source of iron to help athletes, especially women, avoid fatigue or anemia. And of course, beef brings in other goodies: zinc for immune function and recovery, B12 needed for energy and muscle nerve function, and zinc and selenium. It's a nutrient-dense package. which is why completely cutting out red meat isn't necessary unless you have dietary restrictions. Just focus on lean cuts and moderate amounts. How to include lean beef. Aim for 1 to 2 servings a week of lean red meat if you enjoy it, to get those benefits without overdoing saturated fat. A few ideas: a small grilled steak with a big side of veggies and quinoa balance, right? Or lean ground beef in a bean chili or a stir fry, just drain any excess fat. You can even make burger patties with 90 to 95% lean beef. You can mix lean beef with ground turkey to lighten it up. By keeping portions in check, 3 to 4 ounces is plenty, and trimming visible fat, you get all the muscle-building upsides. Studies have shown diets including lean red meat, combined with exercise, helped older adults gain muscle mass and strength compared to those who avoided red meat. The key is pairing it with a healthy lifestyle. So, enjoy that occasional steak night guilt-free. It can actually be part of your strategy to stay strong and vital. Just think protein for building, creatine for that extra rep, and iron to keep you energized. That's a powerful trio courtesy of lean beef. You might be surprised to see spinach and other leafy greens on a muscle foods list. After all, a cup of spinach has only 1 gram or 2 of protein. But don't let that fool you. Leafy greens are muscle supporters in indirect but crucial ways. They're loaded with micronutrients like magnesium, iron, vitamin K, and vitamin C that keep your body primed to build or at least hold on to muscle. And here's the cool part. Greens like spinach, kale, and arugula are high in natural nitrates, which can improve muscle performance. A long-term study found that people who ate the most nitrate-rich veggies had significantly greater leg strength and walking speed than those who ate the least. Basically, nitrates from greens help improve blood flow to your muscles and remove waste products, so your muscles work better and don't fatigue as quickly. There's even science behind Popeye's love for spinach. A 2021 study in the Journal of Nutrition found that over 12 years, folks with a high intake of leafy greens had notably stronger muscles in their legs. The researchers pointed out that roughly 1 cup of spinach, about 75 milligrams of nitrates, daily was enough to make a difference. Aside from nitrates, spinach also provides iron for endurance, magnesium for muscle relaxation and recovery, and antioxidants like vitamin C and beta-carotene, which help reduce oxidative stress on muscles. Plus, remember earlier we talked about fruit and veggie intake and sarcopenia. A big meta-analysis showed diets high in veggies and fruits correspond to about a 39% lower risk of developing sarcopenia. So, while spinach alone won't give you big biceps, it will create an internal environment where your muscles can thrive. Think of leafy greens as the supportive crew that keeps your muscle engine tuned up. Easy ways to eat more greens. Toss a handful of spinach or kale into your morning smoothie. You won't even taste it with fruit in there. Add greens to omelets or scrambled eggs. Double whammy. You get the protein from eggs and nutrients from greens. Enjoy a big salad with mixed greens alongside your meals, maybe with chicken, beans, or tofu on top for protein. You can even blend cooked spinach into sauces or soups. The goal is at least 1 cup or 2 of leafy greens a day. It might not sound like much, but over years, it can seriously pay off in maintaining your muscle and strength. Remember Popeye's instant muscles? While that was cartoon magic, real-life spinach does help keep you strong in the long run. So don't skip the greens. They're the unsung heroes of muscle preservation. That's our top 10 list, but as promised, we're not done yet. You stuck around, and now it's bonus time. This bonus food might not scream muscles at first glance, but trust me, it has some surprising benefits for your strength. Berries like blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, take your pick, are our surprise bonus food for muscle health. You're probably thinking, how do sweet berries help my muscles? It's all about the antioxidants and polyphenols. When you exercise, your muscles experience oxidative stress, basically rusting at the cellular level, and inflammation, especially after really hard workouts. Berries are packed with antioxidants like anthocyanins, the pigments that make blueberries blue, that help neutralize that oxidative stress and reduce inflammation. This means faster recovery and less muscle soreness. In fact, A study showed that consuming a blueberry smoothie before and after intense exercise accelerated muscle strength recovery. The blueberry group got their strength back faster than the placebo group. Researchers believe the berries helped muscles repair by activating the body's own antioxidant defenses. How cool is that? Another study found that 18 days of blueberry supplementation improved markers of inflammation and reduced muscle damage in athletes. And a recent scientific review concluded that there is some early evidence that a berry-rich diet may increase performance or muscle health. While we need more research, it's promising. Apart from antioxidants, berries provide vitamin C, which is needed for collagen formation in muscles and tendons, and they're lower in sugar than many fruits, so they're a smart way to satisfy a sweet tooth while supporting your body. How to use berries for muscle benefits. Have a cup of mixed berries as part of your post-workout snack. For example, Greek yogurt and berries equals protein and recovery antioxidants combo. Blend berries into protein shakes or smoothies. Snack on frozen berries in the evening instead of something sugary. You can even make a healthy dessert by mixing berries with a little cottage cheese or ricotta, more protein. The key is consistency. A handful of berries most days will continuously flood your system with those polyphenols that help quench the inflammation that can otherwise chip away at your muscle over time. Think of it as muscle insurance. Plus, they're delicious, so that's a bonus on top of a bonus. There you have it, the top 10 foods plus our bonus pick to help you prevent muscle weakness and loss starting in your 20s and keeping on into your golden years. Let's do a quick recap of our muscle menu. 1. Eggs, high-quality protein and leucine. 2. Chicken breast, lean protein for muscle repair. 3. Salmon protein and omega-3s for growth and recovery. 4. Greek yogurt protein, calcium and probiotics. 5. Beans and lentils, plant protein, fiber and iron. 6. Tofu and tempeh, complete plant protein rich in leucine. 7. Nuts like almonds and walnuts, protein, healthy fats and magnesium. 8. Quinoa, complete protein, grain and carbs for energy. 9. Lean beef protein, creatine and iron for strength. 10. Spinach and leafy greens, nitrates and micronutrients for muscle function. Bonus. Berries, antioxidants for muscle recovery. Imagine combining all these foods into your weekly diet. You'd be covering all the bases. Quality protein, essential amino acids, healthy fats, vitamins, minerals and antioxidants. That's basically the recipe for aging powerfully. And it's not just about eating one or two of these, it's about the balance. Have your protein, whether it's eggs, poultry, fish or tofu, every meal if you can. And don't forget the supporting cast greens, fruits, whole grains, nuts that keep your muscles firing and recovering. Muscle loss is not inevitable if you choose to fight it. By starting in your 20s or 30s, you're banking muscle health for the future. It's like a retirement plan for your body that pays dividends in strength, mobility, and independence later on. Remember, building and preserving muscle isn't just about vanity or looking good at the beach, though hey, that's a nice perk. It's about quality of life. Strong muscles help you stay active, burn calories efficiently, support your joints, and even maintain better posture and balance. When you're 70 and can carry your own groceries or play with your grandkids because you took action now, that's the payoff. Every meal is an opportunity to nourish your muscles, so start adding these foods to your shopping list. Experiment with recipes, make it enjoyable, healthy. Eating for muscle can and should taste great. You've got this. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on living your strongest, healthiest life. Comment below and let me know. What's your favorite muscle food? Did it make the list or do you have another to add? Let's share ideas. Thank you so much for watching. Here's to building strength now so we can all age powerfully. Stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.